All right, welcome to the program. My name is Dr. Mankota. You are watching the TPM TV and Radio Network coming to you live from the United States of America. Today, we'll get a special guest when Mr. Abdul Karim Kamara, we now one of the PR team, now the Itgc. It come for can talk to we about within they go on within the Itgc and also the party in general. You know, there are so many things where we don't the hear from social media about the new registration we get for CAM, depending court ruling we still the wait for, and so many things within the APC party. So this now the reason this way I decide for bring Mr. Abdul Karim Kamara for make he can talk to him about all them things and this. So Mr. Kamara, thank you very much for Canada program.
It's a pleasure being here. Quickly, can I just ask, is it going to be in Creole or in English?
Not Creole.
Creole.
Yeah.
I'm glad for the now. All mina comrade Abdul Karim Kamara. Or why?
Or say.
Or why? Or say. Hey. B. C. APC back to power 2023. State House direct. I'm glad for joining me people in the diaspora. I'm comrade Abdul Karim Kamara again. I'm a barrister and solicitor at law. And I'm the acting publicity person for and on behalf of the APC interim team. I equally belong to the publicity committee of the Itgc. So I'm glad for the Utuna for giving an update about a host of activities where the party they do and where we don't they do and where we continue for do. So in other words, I am saying already for giving an update on things that we would accomplish, things that we did do as of the moment and things that we intend for do. So in as much as we are all ready to get a comprehensive analysis of exactly within the party they do under the leadership of Abdul Conte and its able 21-man team, irrespective of the petty challenges we can come around, we are still able to move the party. We will not allow the party to be stand still at all. Nobody not go stand by the party at this moment. We are hell bent on making sure that the party will move on to higher heights and state house now we target. So it's a pleasure being with you, my people.
So let me start with the first burning questions where a lot of Sierra Leoneans them then go on for no, especially the APC members them. That is where the PPRC tell the APC say the current registration of members compatible with waiting the PPRC think because of so many things. And now he advised that the APC party need for do a new registration. How this registration get for be, especially considering the time constraint we get right now?
First and foremost, I want to tell people and plenty thank you out there. So one of the biggest success we don't score are the fact that we don't open up membership space in the party and that we get thousands of applicants and we don't apply for get party membership right across the country and in the diaspora. We're onto this point, they'll not be able to get the membership. And so in the leadership of Abdul Conte, I just feel say what's important at the APC now a matter of the fact that we need to open up the participation space. We need to allow more people to come into the party because one thing we may you to establish to me into politics is all about numbers. And even when we're in the West, and I know for say it's about numbers. Democracy, the type of talk about participatory, inclusivity, inclusiveness. People should be part of the process. So I've read think I'm wise say because we don't get a huge cry from people out there within the country and in the diaspora, where they ask for membership, we still this particular space was closed. So it is but prudent for me to open up the membership space. And so we make the attempt, and luckily for we, PPRC we now we supervisory body don't give it the go ahead for make we open up the membership space and make we get new membership for people with the intent for being members of the almighty APC party. However, I want to remind you all say that there are a few challenges, but I'm not ready for dive into them too much. But waiting at the way forward now that the party gets a registered, the party gets a data of 63,000 membership. Now the party way I not want dive too much into how we begin first from 3,000, say we go 65,000, say 63,000 out. Then inconsistencies there come, say we reach at 63,000 membership. I'm not ready for delve into that. But PPRC don't further give we go ahead say these 63,000 data wanna get as members of the party. When I still go ahead and register new members and people who they intend for joining our party. However, these 63,000 membership wanna get wanna verify for see whether this 63,000 is really active or not. And so therefore we already get 63,000 APC members we get as records with a nonsense to we. And so whosoever be don't be a registered card carrying member of the APC, in as much as you able to produce that membership card and you be the pay the contribution, with the verify your membership status, and when it is verified and ascertained, to continue the membership and we will issue you a membership card. You understand? So
Mhm.
that is exactly the position now, and that is one of the biggest goals we don't score. Because why I call them the biggest goal, we don't open up the political landscape in the APC. We don't try to make sure the APC is participatory. We want to make sure that the APC is inclusive. It's not the chosen people's Congress. It's not the few people's Congress. It is called the All People's Congress. And so whosoever is willing and ready to share our ideals, our party ideologies, willing and of the age of 18 and above, not belong to any other political party, or whether it belongs to other political party, it don't resign from a political party and register in support to we have no alternative but to accommodate that particular party with open hands. This is what the new APC is talking about. I always try for reference people say 2007, back when some of us were in university, we always promise people say the Anestai Kroma APC is the new APC. And so therefore we still continue with the same thing that the new APC is that APC that is inclusive, that APC that is participatory, that APC that carries all. That's exactly the deep root of what it is in the APC, and that is more so the reason why we found in fathers. They say this is the All People's Congress Party.
So let me just try for make sure I understand. The the current membership list we una get in custody right now. Una not get for discard them, but una get for verify. And now you they try for telling me.
That is the position, because this is the so much misunderstanding where they go all over the place. We are not discarding that data we did not send to we say we get 63,000 membership. We are ready to hold that data ready. And whosoever we say you know the old member of the party, we get the card of the party with an issue, we they verify you. If you name day, then you are home and dry. Hence you be on the honor all you choose. You're home and dry. You understand? But waiting PPRC say now because of the discrepancy, I underline the word discrepancy surrounding the 63,000, that is more also why we push for a verification of that data. So whosoever will get that 10 membership card, it's just a matter of verifying. Just like what the ETS self do. You will be there, will be done register 2018. So una na the diaspora we come for can register back for this coming election. You just know say when you begin that you put as ID card where you produce them to the verification officer or the registration officer, just the barcode as you take a enter all the details and they show up. This is the same thing in the APC we are going to do. Once you now be registered member with your ID card serial number, oh, put her into the system, it will pop up. All the details they show. That is what is verification. And so when that is done, and if everything is correct, there you go. If there is anything that is faulty, then you are subjected to renewing your registration. It's just simple and straightforward. This does not require rocket science. It's not something that is so astronomical. It's just simple, plain and simple. So it's verification. If you know say be registered legitimately and you be the pay your dues and so forth and so on, come and verify the membership status.
And that is why it is important for talk to the people the way know what in they gone, because the idea what would they get now the diaspora is it's gonna be a very brand new registration, and I was just thinking, well, how then we able to do them. Now let me move on to um when is this verification get for take place?
Thank you so much. First and foremost, how are we going to go about it? We are ready together with the entire All People's Congress Party, I mean the entire membership, for me to make sure say this is the time we need to forget about pettiness. We need to shelve the issue of fighting one person and let us fight for the collective good of the APC. We need more people on board, people of like minds, people who are ready to making sure that we assemble State House come 2023. Because as far as the chairman of the party is concerned, as of this moment, this interim chairman, Peter Conte, he always the type of terrorist. They say the ship don't left. And the ship don't left the shores of opposition, and with the back in the State House, that is where success is. That is where the journey is going to end. And so therefore, what we don't decide for you. We are going to make sure that we embark on this process as soon as possible. Why do I say as soon as possible? Now, because remember, by now, we don't done lower level elections.
Yep.
But what can happen when we submit the rules to PPRC for the conduct of the lower level elections? The rules then beget several objections. And so fundamentally, when people object to rules, PPRC gets the supervisory responsibility for make them go back and see to these objections whether they are legitimate or not. And so PPRC is able to address this objection and dish out almost 7 or 8 fundamental objections. And so therefore PPRC addressed these objections and further send correspondence to the party with guidelines. And so waiting Alfred and the Itgc we don't do. We don't sit on these guidelines with PPRC saying where they're in the best interest of the party, i.e., open up membership space. 2, address this area of nomination fees and areas of membership, party cards, and so forth and so on. And all the list of objections and where PPRC to them is very meaningful. We don't sit down, we don't embark on them, we don't do a codified document, and we don't send them back to PPRC, or make PPRC gazette them and become law. So what we do, PPRC don't further send correspondence to we say they not receive the documents that we don't send to them with regards to the final rules and rules of procedure for the conduct of the lower level elections. So they ultimately lead we to the National Delegates Conference. They don't receive them as of Friday, yesterday. So we are very certain that Friday, yesterday, we don't send the Sierra Leone printing press, but make them print them and subsequently then do gazette them. And when they gazette them, automatically they don't done the process after the 14 days where it will take for making matured. 20 days after that not become law, we automatically embark on the lower level elections. But constitutionally and legitimately elect we representatives them at ward, district, constituency, regional levels. And so once we do this equally, we start the membership drive. We're going to do it simultaneously. So that at the end of
Oh, Mr. Abdul Karim, info just go dead again. So let me try again. Let me try again and see. Um, info just go dead. Salon, Salon. In network. Okay.
hello.
Yeah, you don't come back.
So when
Your phone just go dead. All right, go ahead.
okay. So with regards to the conduct of the lower level election, the sooner the rules are not matured, they don't give them they're not matured, we go straight to it. And for the membership space, it's going to be as soon as possible. I will give you authoritatively that from now to any time next week or week after next, with a given a clear timeline. Because not forget TPRC equally don't guide me as to how to embark on this registration process of new members. You understand?
Yeah.
Don't ask me for maybe we send 5 participants then for each district. You understand? So
Mhm.
these are all things that is ongoing in the party now. So things are working, the party is moving, and we are all set for State House come 2023.
All right, so let's talk about the big elephant in the room. Now, we party we get for do with disunity way day within the ITGC. Yesterday, I was able to talk to Alfred Peter Conte, as you already are aware, and he gave me some brief update and say you go give me more update. But the what I want to talk about is the disunity. I talked to Abdul Kabo sometimes ago and ask him waiting at the way forward where we all get for unite as a party. Um, I talked to Bomne also, the same thing. Abu Kabo tell me say, well, the only prospect to unity is going to be the courts because they say the courts already get a case where they get for decide and after the court give the decision that we are probably we get for follow waiting the court say. So tell me exactly what's in this case because Alfred Peter Conte tell me say it not necessarily for make them go interpret about waiting as some of the stumbling block who when I get simple majority versus quorum, all those type of things. The 12-man committee go sue Alfred Peter Conte for say he don't violate the order way the court gives so then for punish him. So what actually they go on?
Thank you for this a very sensitive question, and I want to take my time for address and aptly. First and foremost, I want to underscore the reality here. Say the party today, which is represented by the 21-man committee, not get party in the party differences. Now, individual differences being at the part, now the 21-man committee. Why did I say so? Because few people don't take and surround themselves along petty lines. I underline the word petty lines because some people just feel say it should be them and no other person else. It should be them that will make decisions and nobody listens to the other side. And so therefore, what are they trying to say? After Peter Conte, according to the judgment of Adrian Fisher, now the official chairman of this party, one day chief not chief, now get the respect we deserve. Because respect is reciprocal. Today is after Peter Conte, tomorrow it can be any other person who can occupy the seat of a chairman. Waiting at the point that you're trying to say. The judge was so deliberate. Had he wanted to create an office called the Office of the Secretary General, he would have done so. As he did with the first committee where he established will lead way to the emergency delegate conference for go adopt the 2022 constitution of the party. But the judge in his wisdom, he knew that, hey, wait, this party, I am going to form what we call an interim transitional committee. And this committee is going to be only headed by the chairman. So in the wisdom of the chairman, he said, okay, now it's what we can do now. Now we don't come on a court, we don't win. Now let us move the party go forward. Let us open the political landscape in the APC. Let us allow inclusivity. Let us allow inclusiveness. Let us allow people to come and join with. That was his reasoning. And if you go to the ruling of the judge, it makes it fundamentally clear. Go to the ruling of the judge at paragraph 90, subrules, paragraph 90, subrule, subparagraph 8. It makes it clear. It says the plaintiff shall appoint 9 members in the 21-man committee, of which there shall be a chairman. Further to paragraph 73, it said because the plaintiff does succeed for cow democratization inside the party, the plaintiff is entitled to who? To how many people? To 9. Sorry, to the larger share. If I not even mention 9 in that paragraph, it said to a larger share. So what he do? He give the plaintiff 9 members. Now he say, well, the leader of the opposition in parliament nominate 8 people. So automatically what will happen? 8, 9. Then he said, they forget one representative from the Women's Congress, one representative from the diaspora, one representative from the Youth League, And one representative will happen to be a lawyer of over 20 years standing. That was the reason of the judge. Why the judge do so? Now for inclusivity, for make sure say everybody own the process. Everybody can with a fair conscience can serve the APC for the greater good of all of us. So I was not worried about it. Had Alfred been somebody with me, 8 people are engaged in Oba, with all due respect to him as our leader of the opposition in parliament. But me and you two know say now an open secret na Sierra Leone say Cherno Majuba don't officially declare for a particular political candidate in this country where they run for the highest seat in power in the APC for flag bearer. Terry Koko don't declare they either support Samura Kamara openly. The likes of Diana Konomani, they don't do it. Here is now this same posse give a ticket say appoint 8 people who can join the 21-man committee. He is going to appoint people that are 100% loyal to him and supporting his ideology. And what then is his ideology in this particular race? Is to support Samura Kamara as flag bearer. Now, we don't get problem with that one. Now, if you don't appoint, they don't come. I still go forward and say, okay, now, the member of the diaspora, question, and he say, make it come. The member of the youth league, question, and he say, make it come. The member of the Women's Congress, question, and he say, make it come. The lawyer of 20 years, question, and he say, no, we're all on kind now. The point is this. Alfred said, now let us open up the system. He said, because remember the judge in his ruling, he make it categorically clear, say, he don't give the party wanted for me to go solve all unresolved membership issues. The party failed for the one. He don't give them the second chance. He said the party failed for the one. He said, so this time around, the 21-man committee, they charge them with the responsibility to say they must settle all unresolved membership issues. That is the beginning of the problem in the ITGC with the 21-man committee. And so Alfred say, this time, politics about number. They will allow anybody who be done vex, make it come. Whether we don't dress, make it come, because what we need to do now, the APC need to be one house that will confront with common opponents. We're not the SLPP. And some people say no. Some people are for car, other people not for car. And after say no. What is good for the geese is good for the gander. If they allow other people to come inside, they will allow everybody come inside with a common focus that we all get APC in common. And so therefore, Alfred is 100% plus ready for peace. He's not ready for separate anybody or segregate anybody. His arms are always open. After 24 hours, they tell people and say, but many people in Canada this party who can't work for the party because this party not a one-man business, not a one-man party. But some people they say, oh, it should only be us and the person will support now everybody for support. And Alfred says, no. He says it should not be like that. This is the crux of the problem. But however, that is not holding us back. What do we don't decide for you? After the call meeting now, members on the other side, no, they can't meet. But before self would appoint interim leaders, Alfred gets a meeting minutes to the effect when members present endorse the appointment of interim leadership. Because to be honest with you and I, in politics or in administration, you don't have what you call a political vacuum. Whatever be the case, Mr. Moderator, you said when they moderate this program, so I'm going to use this example on you personally. You said when they moderate this program, in an event you know well for making moderate this program for end. There should be somebody who should hold the fort until you come back. Let's say you travel or you sick, whatever be the case, for make this program continue, there must be somebody where they step in tentatively for make the program run. That is what is interim leadership. So Alfred puts interim leadership right across, because don't forget to, because from the diaspora and say to the world na saloon, they lay off everybody because they're all illegitimate. So they question every reason APC possibly has. If you don't deserve the entire party, you don't incapacitate the party so in totality, how the party will run, right at ward level, district level, constituency level, you must need to have people who are going to hold the party for that time frame until we constitutionally elect with members. So that is what we have done. But this is exactly what happened on the way they all be agree at first. But because now they don't share some differences with regards to that for camp, we are not for camp, that is where the center is no longer holding. So then twist and so now say, after waiting go to court for. Now, after don't cry, don't do what? Because after they say enough of this election, enough of the imposition. So now after you go and impose interim leadership right across the country. Then they go to court. They say after don't do what we call contempt in law. But I'm not ready for that into the issue because in law it is called sub judice because the matter still in a court and they don't give validity.
Yeah.
So however, everybody today in a court, they listen the argument from both sides. He called the lawyer from the other side when Africanus, so this is an the lead. He said, how una derive una able can a court na ya? He said, because Django is telling say we not get capacity for can a court. He said, well, we now with 11, now with 12. He said, so we make a meeting where we try to take decisions for can a court. He said, the chairman be there. He said, the chairman not there. And he just say, hey, you know, go meeting with the chairman not there. He said, so how will I resolve that? I said, because I will get simple majority. Because the ruling say, anything I want to do, I want to by simple majority. He said, hey, that's what I say. So simple majority say, when I 11 against the other one there. He said, you know the reason why I say so? He said, because I want a regional balance. I want inclusivity at all scales. I want everybody to be represented and decisions made to be unanimous. I let me know, and I come back to Django. He said, Django, he said, say you clients, blah, 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 I don't do consent. And Django say, hey, Lord. He said, your ruling is a simple majority. He said, what will call meeting? He said, if people are not attend, and the chairman so desirous, you know, have very important issues you want to address. But people are not attend. He said, I know the Holy Party to ransom. He said, because the custom give with time frame go for up. And that few months ago. He said, so if we call meeting at 5 people in camp, 3 people in support, 2 people in the against, a simple majority. And the judge, as I say, now that they call simple majority. Now, so I say, now that may be reasoning. But the judge, they make an open accord. He said the spirit of the judgments are to make sure they will all, we are already in an 21-man committee, we now work for the interest of the party. We now all forget a common focus. And not to forget separate and say, we not this so, we not this so. He said, but however, he said they do justice to this particular matter, but make able to give the quickest or the fastest judgment as soon as possible. So as a matter of fact, for quick updates, and that may happen, of course. But however, further to what they happen now, after in 24 hours, they tell me, this matter is not about Afro-Peter content. This fight is not about Afro-Peter content. This fight is about the All People's Congress Party. Let us come together in the interest of the party and put the party interest first as against any other person. So therefore, let us make a playing field where it will be so level where every player will feel comfortable for compete. And so therefore, if Samuel Kamara wants to give him the chance that he can compete. If Dr. Kamara can compete, give him the chance that he compete. If Momo Bandiwan can compete, give him the chance that he compete. If Sam Sumanawan can compete, give him the chance that he compete. Because in politics, and the more the merrier. At the end of the day, we all take them people there to convention. We pin box without winning win the party supporter. That is the focus of Afro-Peter content. And all of us today.
Okay. So Dr. Kamara and Baibule una make sure say una because they can't bring una in. Then two gentlemen na me commented them, then they listen where Mr. AKK they talk. So una kushel.
Yes, doctor.
Good day, doc.
Yeah, so and I also want to tell the viewers then say as soon as know the tradition, if you get any comments, do you no hesitate for put your comments in the comment section. Oh, it don't go off back. But okay, I go call them back. So sorry about that. We no network nas alone. It look nasty.
Copied.
Okay. So if you get any comments, una way they watch, if you get any comments, no hesitate for put your comment at the comment section of the platform where they watch. We get 3 platform where broadcast. We dey broadcast na Facebook. We dey broadcast na YouTube, and we also dey broadcast na Casters. So if you dey watch me from all the anything, so just put your comment at the comment section. Okay. AKK, don't come back.
Yes, I'm online.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, Doctor, you get any question for AKK?
Not really. No,
Okay.
they follow up number waiting they go on from the comments there.
Okay. So, Bible, you get any question for AKK?
Good day, listeners. Not forgetting the moderator, Dr. Mankota, and my colleague, Dr. Kamara. The question will me get for my brother, himself, I want to tell him plenty, thank you for taking time for can help we understand certain things they will not understand.
Yeah.
Mina Babure, Ade Columbus, Ohio. Me question what me want say, I see me brother, he say, one day king a king. Me go accept say one day king a king, ceteris paribus, meaning all other things held constant. If the method what is somebody become a king, because the situation is different. This now about party, and when we talk about party, they talk about
Yeah,
ownership.
you hear me? Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, yeah, sorry. Bible, hold on. I forget for say I get for switch. You so that AKK there. So just give me 1 minute for make I do the switching. I think it's right here. Yeah, give me 1 minute, please. Sorry, I not be know that. So Bible no hear him. What's him? AKK no hear waiting you been the talk.
Another reason.
Yeah. I dey wait and call make here. They can't start back waiting you been try for talk. Hold on. All right, go ahead, Bible.
AKK, I want to tell you plenty thank you for taking time for can help you understand certain things there. The only thing, I don't know if it concern you about the method where Peter become the head of the party. Where this party it get membership and the world over. The ownership inside the ownership there, now they take decision. Like this now been they call, but they bring an analogy, say the moderator where they in program, nature not they allow vacuum. Correct is right. But if in the owner, you all get in property, decide for allow that vacuum day, so be it. We political party who now the member of the APC. I believe say now we now the rightful person way for enthrone somebody for be a leader. I want on this premise, if you are aware why the judge decide for impose a chairman.
Okay.
Well, me go one help you answer that one day. The judge impose a chairman because fully aware if you create a vacuum, he say we go now the PPRC because the government creates for oversee for that kind of situation and make come for cancel to case.
Okay, well,
But the judge go ahead.
Chancellor answer first.
But
Go ahead.
I don't do it.
Oh, now still a question or a comment you want for you? I just
now premises to the question are they put.
Do it quickly because I want for make you answer. You know, say the network na salon not look good.
Okay. The judge aware say if you been just dissolve the leadership on the line say they are illegal, send them to the membership for make then go create a new membership. About 9 chances to 1, the people that where they disqualified, they go likely be returned back by the people. Because we all know say Peter no get that ground there for able to win election. Now that place they if he compete with any of the people. So
Okay.
I want to know if it concern you about the method where the man become a chairman of the party.
All right, thank you very much. Before you answer, AKK, you read the question, right?
Yeah, I got the question clear. Whether I'm concerned as to how Alfred becomes chairman of the party.
Yeah. So, but before you answer, I just want for me quick clarification because I think Bible I come late. In terms of the membership, now the first question we second question where I asked, if you don't clarify him, the current membership list now verification then get for do not to foresee then get for start all over again. So I just want to clarify that.
God bless you.
Go ahead and answer the question now.
Okay. Thankfully, I don't answer the first question about the membership. The membership now verification will do of the 63,000 we already on at the APC membership right across the globe. So we verify that one. But if I'm concerned as to how Alfred becomes chairman of the party, don't not forget it's Salon a law country. Alfred now the legitimate chairman of the party by law. And they talk from the position of a lawyer. The laws of Sierra Leone they emanate from different sources, i.e., customs, norms, and traditions. B, legislation passed in parliament. C, case laws, otherwise called judicial precedents. And so, what then are case laws? This judgment of Justice Adrian Fisher now a case law. And so, now a part of the laws of Sierra Leone will assemble all reformed in 1991 constitution. So, after legitimately, like when the team up number you vote for anybody, you pin box so you vote for her as chairman of the APC. Now, if you go to the transitional provisions in the 2022 constitution, it will tell you say all the one them when no kind of this party as chairman of interim or blah blah blah, then they hold positions and at this particular party for which they have positions the way they be done day, when this constitution don't establish. For the meantime, then the whole as if that Tima put him up in line will vote for them. Go to the transitional provisions. I don't get enough time. I wish I could not get ample time for make a give each of the transitional provisions in the 2022 constitution of the party. And so after now, like when you say you go to the line, you vote for her. So I am so particular about him. Go to paragraph 73 of the judge in ruling. He said it is noted that there is a larger number of party organs and bodies in the new 2022 APC constitution. Every one of these organs and bodies will not be represented in the 21-man committee. He said, I have experienced in this court during proceedings that there is some amount of serious discord amongst members of this. There's a serious amount of deep mistrust amongst members of the impropriety, which I have experienced in this court during these proceedings. The plaintiff has succeeded in his action to bring democratization to the party. By these judgments and in these circumstances, I consider that he is entitled to a larger share of members in the committee. Again, at paragraph 73, Bodo one. It goes to paragraph 75. When you go to paragraph 75, they can tell you, say, it says the plaintiff, having considered the matter very carefully, I have decided to compose. So having considered the matter very carefully, I have decided the composition of the interim committee will be as follows. The plaintiff shall nominate 9 persons of the committee, one of whom shall be chairman. This is where the argument is. The position of Peter Conte is by law, of whom there shall be a chairman. We don't get no section at the 21-man committee. No law, no create standing. But however, if for every meeting where you hold, there is the need for making get what we call a recorder of the meeting minutes. Go to your dictionary and look for the word a recorder. With all due respect to Honorable Abdul Kagbo is not a secretary of the 21-man committee. Abdul Kagbo, in fact, occupied the position of a recorder on the third time when the Itgc meets, and the GR categorically and emphatically clear. For the third time when after convened a meeting, now they say, well, because Gaddafi not be able to attend the meeting because you know when today now Abdul Kago take minutes for we. This particular meeting all the meet now Abdul Kago take minutes for we. So he served as a recorder for that particular purpose. Then after that point now Abdul Kago has catapulted himself as a Secretary General. The question you will ask is, where is it in the ruling? I don't challenge you now, say, after Peter Conte becomes chairman of the APC by law, and so I don't tell him about the sources of law, that this particular judgment is a source of the laws of Sierra Leone. So he is legitimate and is being provided for by law. Now show me inside this ruling, who said they provide for Abdul Kago as secretary inside this ruling, where you call it the law, the provision as of right. It's nowhere. So if they make you a recorder of a particular meeting minutes, that does not qualify you to be a secretary.
All right, so
let's stop for misinform people out there.
all right, I want to make a follow up, Mr. AKK, on that. The follow up question I want for make you answer is: did you guys vote for a secretary within the 21-man committee?
Never. There is no minutes to that. If I let me tell you, what did the 21-man committee they do? I repeat again, I say in party. The 21-man committee, which they shape up into quorums. The quorums that will get publicity committee, we get finance committee, we get secretariat committee, we get different committees that will make hard of, they call them hard of committee. Now again, when you go back to the judgment, when they get to happen a court for, the judge deliberately asked them, say, where would I form the 21-man committee when I begin rules of procedure? No rules of procedure, not be there. So after they say, for every meeting will convey, there must be a secretary. And the secretary position was rotational. Otherwise, graded as a recorder. The recorder position was rotational. The first time when they meet, Nagadab may not be the secretary. The second time when they meet, I think Senator Boomle may not be the secretary. The third time again, Nagadab will not be the secretary, but he'll not be well, he'll not be able to attend the Itgc meeting. So they say, Abdul Kago, I can't act extensively for and on behalf of Gadab, we don't can. Because for coherence of the meeting, because I know whole meeting are two consecutively, next we don't get meetings and scatter. That after that time, the way they yak that man with that secretary position, that meantime, that was how it becomes theoretical.
So I was surprised for you say there was no kind of a voting, because I remember where Abu Kabo been doing AYV TV. I think na Radio Democracy, in fact, where he talks in when I also when I vote for the PRO, when I vote for the secretary. So if you say there was no vote, so until I get for bring Abu Kabo for letting himself can clarify.
There's no meeting minutes to that effect. If that day for don't care we're gonna cut for that day. They say Abdul Kago na secretary, they don't put another affidavit. Say they look they don't deposit the affidavit and the evidence that got say these are the minutes that they are vote when they make Abdul Kago secretary general. There's no minutes. There's no procedure, no rules of procedure for the conduct and the affairs of the 21-man committee.
All right.
It's just like a rotation. The second is still on the stop after and this whole thing. After that, we get forced when they come out here and tell people the truth. People just secure themselves and hide the truth of the people out there, but people don't know exactly what they happen. And by so doing, then they find the party.
All right. So let's yeah, complete. Hold on, Bible. Complete.
Let me tell you. In fact, the serious misinformation right now, where they go right across the country, that they say, hey, now after the not in talk some more, they say right now, if I hold on to activities first, who said they go in just after? After is running the party every day. Day-to-day activities of the party rest with the 21-man committee, which is headed by Afro Peter Conte. So they're not going to court for me and go in just Afro. They're going to court for make the court go interpret whether what the Afro don't do, it don't amount to contempt or not. Now understand it. Now we'll let go to misinform people out there. They're not going to court for injunction for me and go injunct Afro. They're going to court for an interpretation of the activities of what the 21-man committee don't do, whether it don't amount to a contempt or not.
Okay, and so let's do. Yeah, let me bring back Baibure, because maybe he gets a follow-up question. Go ahead, Baibure.
And it's going to be very short. I don't know if AKK don't see, like how we don't see, a document jointly signed by Peter Conte and Kagbo, wherein Kagbo designates himself as secretary of the ITT. You don't understand see documents like that one day where Peter signed. Both of them signed together in the form of a press release. You don't understand?
All right, hold on. I switch back so let you answer. Go ahead, AKK.
I'm not ready for make we wash with dirty linen in public. Because if I attempt to do so, I will tell you so many things where Abdul Kago don't do, we don't write to the judge, we don't write to PPRC, we don't amount to serious anti-party activities. But I'm not ready for talk on social media because as of this moment, the whole world is seeing me and they hear the same. But however, we don't see certain circumstances where even the bank account of the APC, they don't forge up a Peter Conte signature. But I'm not ready for talk so many things. No let we don't see limits na room, no we can watch na palo on a veranda. The APC, what we for do now, we for deny we self or make we begin to challenge we self on the grounds that this person are so 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 person, this person are so person. We need for deny we self of this point now. Because basically we have less than 9 months to general election. All we need now, which are the message of the chairman, we need everybody on board. Or let us come and get our put together and move this party forward.
So
however, if I say they tell you, say A, B, C, D, and they give the list is endless. We can have a signature and don't forge that at different quarters.
all right. So once again, if you get any comments, if you watch me from any platform, if you get any comments, I don't see people that don't begin put comments. We'll go to that comment section. But if you get any comment, no hesitate for put the comment, whether a question or a comment, just put on the comment section with the CNIA and with the publisher and with the ask if not question, the honorable AKK. Now, Mr. AKK, who shall we stand? Because if you remember, quite recently, the President Julius Madabio ordered the ECSL for say make the ECSM use the district block PR system. And I know say the APC is not in favor of that. Who shall we stand on that? Then how if is there any way we were able to stop this?
Thank you so much. This is exactly the burning issues now, the whole party. If really these people are genuine, but make them see say APC can have power 2023. These are now the contentious issues as an opposition we're ready for take over governance, for beginning to adjust as a unit, as a family, rather than for beginning to separate yourself. Now, the chairman don't make a position very clear. Say, one, go to the Constitution of Sierra Leone, go to section 32 of the Constitution, paragraph 11, and make it abundantly clear, say, the commission only take directives from nobody. I repeat again, section 32 of the 1991 Constitution of Sierra Leone, paragraph 11, or subsection 11, and make it abundantly clear. May I read that for you, for make you hear it?
Yeah, go ahead. Doctor, if you get any question, let me just know. So you go able to ask your question because you're not being get the opportunity for ask question.
Now listen to the position.
Okay.
Section 32 of the 1991 Constitution. It says the Electoral Commission. That 2-1 say there shall be an Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone. 32-1 say 32-2 say the members of the Electoral Commission shall be a chief electoral commissioner. 1, he said the members of the Electoral Commission shall be a chief electoral commissioner who shall be the chairman and 4 other members who shall be known as electoral commissioner. This is just to give you now premise. Now let me go now to wait the argument anchor up. I don't read 32, 1 and 2. We don't take the commission and without the head of commission. I don't go to 32, 11. 32:11 say, in the exercise of any function vested in it by this constitution, Electoral Commission shall not be subject to the direction or control of any person or authority. Go back to the opening paragraph of the Commission of ETSL. The directive
Yeah.
from the president, and that the president on direct say, let's embark on a PR system because you don't communicate them to the presidency because they're not today in interest and we get barely a few months to election, you're not going to do bandit limitation. My brother, I want to tell you that the party's position is this, that we then are Salon and Salon a democratic country and we're ready for defend the democracy of this country through the legitimate and legal means. And so therefore the chairman in position was very clear and unambiguous.
So
we're not ready for support the PR system because it's unconstitutional and it violates the constitution of Sierra Leone. And further to that one, that the commissioner of ECSL, upon when they resume in office as chairman of the commission, 3211 said, now you don't be chairman, but maintain independence and neutrality, free and fair election. He must not take directives or be subjected to the control of any person or authority. So by making it start in open paragraph by saying that you don't get directives from the president, that in itself is not and void ab issue.
So let me ask you then, Bible, if you want to ask, let me know. But let me ask you a follow-up question. We know say, okay, there are only two options for we. For make we able resist this, or maybe three options. Number one, the commissioner resist this order from the president. Number two, whether we gonna court for make the courts go able for make some kind of judgment over this, whether the president get the authority for do so. Number three, the APC boycott the election, they participate. I know number three is out of the question. So what's in the steps the way we get for take for resist this?
Point number one, waiting the APC as a responsible opposition in waiting, because we're not government in making, we're not the next government. We are a government in waiting. As a responsible opposition, point one, what would they do? Would they engage with ECSL? Would they engage with the government of Sierra Leone and tell them, say, this particular point, we're not ready for support them as an opposition, we're not affect them, we're not take sick, we're not affect them by enemy. The only thing we're ready for do, we're ready for pursue this will stand through all the legal means. We get confidence in the judiciary in this country, and so therefore, if we exhaust all means of mediation and peaceful dialogue, we will go to court, we will go to the Supreme Court and challenge, say we are not ready for any PR system as a main opposition in Parliament. And the courts in this country, they submit them for their impartiality and their strong farm for the apt and fair and equitable distribution of justice. So we have enormous confidence and trust in the judicial system of this country. And so therefore, if we engage the government and ECSL and tell us that this is the position of the opposition, and we've made press releases, and I did not television, I did not radio, and they make it clear that the opposition is not ready for this. We are not ready for a PR system. It's not in the favor, in the best interest of the country as of this moment, and equally it's unconstitutional. So therefore, I believe, say, as a listening president, and no president, you'll be a listening president, he will listen to the people and we'll go.
Okay. All right. Bible, I get question or you get something.
Yes. Thank you, my brother, AKK. You don't tell you one of the reasons why you say maybe the APC not they support the PR system. Taking in view perhaps provisional data or thinking about the bogus census who don't take place, how disadvantageous is the PR system, and or how is it advantageous to the SLPP? and how disadvantageous it is to the APC?
To be honest, the PR system not only disadvantageous to the APC. The PR system disadvantageous to Sierra Leone. How? Let us say this in the most simplest terms. When you have a PR system, you are making your politicians only answerable to their political godfather. Now, only some few people that sit down at the offices with AC to blow them, then they cool and cools the atmosphere, and then the luxurious atmosphere. They say, okay, this time, Bobo, this Bobo, this Bobo, now they run for that position, Kamara, now they get that seat. In fact, now they number one at the list. Even when they are really when they against the interest of the electorate, even when they're in the favor of the majority, not in the favor of the masses. But one person they always not say that Bobo are the people because I PR system. But with a constituency system, you don't make the politician answerable to electorate, to a constituent.
Yep.
Because if you not perform, the constituents go walk up to an important and say, next time we vote for you. Because you not serve we. What you will vote for you for, you not do anything for we. So in this case, the accountability in the PR system, the politician is only accountable to his political godfather or his political party.
Yeah, definitely.
While for a constituency system, the politician is answerable to the masses, to the electorate, to his constituents, to the lay person. So that is why I said the PR system not only disadvantageous to the APC, but equally disadvantageous to Sierra Leone as a whole.
Yes, that's definitely true. So let we go to the comment section now. I think we'll get quite few comment section where we want for read. Uh, let's start with Michael Coker. Michael Coker say, Mankota, why APC does do afraid APR system? Una say una go win landslide, so una for embrace the PR system. Well, um, Abdul Karim Kamara had already answered that, so there is no need for that. And for the PR system, we will not talk about the disadvantage in this forum in details. So it is not much more about the APC. It's more about the people, the country. Like what Kamara talk. The PR system now something like waiting we been they do now the APC when a few people in the sit on our office the same. Mr. X is the person where they go run and even if the people within that constituency they not even like him, but because it is centered around a party, the party now they make decision, then it is very very disadvantageous to the democratic system where we get on salon right now. So um that's not the thing. Michael Cook also say, man, well, not the same thing. Okay, sign Samura say, Mankota, it looks you like the drama. You two call Abdul Kabo now. You to call Abdul Kabo now. Well, if you remember, Abdul Kabo now the first person who been come at this program. Actually, Abdul Kabo been come at this program. Me and him talk about the voters registration. And I get for Brian come back. I just don't talk and say. I did bring back Abdul Kabo for make himself can give in your own opinion because that's not the culture of the TPN, right? We want to give equal opportunity for people them. So yes, Abdul Kabo will come at the program again. It been don't come before, but it will come again. Okay, by Wali say, correct me if I am wrong. Is AKK saying that Honorable Abukabo was never elected as Secretary General of the ITGC? All right, go ahead. This now for you, AKK.
I don't answer him, but I answer him back. He was never elected. The position of a recorder in the ITGC is rotational. I repeat again, the first meeting of the ITGC, the first person record meeting at Gaddafi. The second time when they meet na Bomne. The third time when they meet again for don't be Gaddafi, but Gaddafi not be able to attend. So it not be well. So now the chairman say, okay, Abdul Kabo serve as the tentative recorder of this meeting. That was all how Abdul Kabo became the Secretary General as he so proposed.
Okay. All right. So by Wali say, please, Mankota, bring Honorable Abukabo to make clarity on this issue of this Secretary General. Yeah, definitely, I will do that. Michael Coker say APC can cry and shout all they want, but the PR system is here to stay for the 2023 election. Well, we have a democracy, right? We are in the people. I think say the fundamentals of democracy is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. If this is the case,
And most importantly, the government of the majority.
yeah. So if this is the case, when a president just sit down say, "Now this I want for make we do," um, we'll get a look at the constitution because Sierra Leone is a
The
constitutional.
ECSL is not subjected to taking directive from any person or authority. Go to section 3211 of the 1991 constitution of the country, the grand norm. The ECSL cannot take directives from any person or authority.
And for support you, I remember the time during the time of the election, Umfa Ali, where the SLPP been they talk similar things saying the electoral commission are not supposed to take any directive from anybody. So yes, that is actually correct. You're not supposed for take any directive from anybody because now that
Me,
make
what
them
they
call that
talk,
independent.
Makota, what they talk, and they give provisions of the law.
Yeah.
I am not talking just as a layman, I'm talking as a lawyer. And they give provisions of the law. Read the 1991 constitution, you see it's clear. You don't need rocket science. So from the first paragraph first of TCS, they will say, upon directives received from the president, you don't take directives from nobody.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of the shocker for Mr. Kone. Now Peter Dauda saying, what was the rationale for keeping the PR system in Sierra Leone constitution throughout the APC term in office when it was no longer needed? Well, it don't necessarily mean say then keep it because it is not needed. There's a time when the PR system is important, and that time therefore be very, very, very
and let me rectify something quick.
yeah.
When you go to the Statutory Instrument Constitution Amendment 2000, 2001,
Mhm.
that time when they count that 38A, that time there was no boundary delimitation. We are just coming from war. But now we already get a boundary delimitation, we get already existing constituency. So if next one shows say they're not going to do boundary delimitation, why can't we go by the existing constituency to avoid any challenge?
All right.
It's just simple and straightforward. But what I'm very certain of, I'm telling you, I know President Bill is a listening president. He will listen to us. He will understand that this is the position of the opposition. I am very certain of that.
All right. Let's go to Alusan Samora. Alusan Samora say, Mankota, you pretending like you don't know what is going on. You encourage all this drama. You need to speak out to these APC cooperatives. Mankota, your statement APC boycott election makes you weak. Take that out of your mind. Well, Alusan, I don't know if you understand the language where I talk. I asked the guest, Mr. Abdul Karim Kamara, because he said we not go accept the PR system. So I asked question. I give three options. Which of the options here where the APC want for go with? So I don't know if you understand the language or maybe you not been pay attention. I say we get three options. The first option is we pressurize the president for making a reverse, which Mr. Abdul Karim Kamara emphasized for saying at the first option. The second option is either we go to courts, the courts go make a decision for say whether the president get the authority for direct the ECSL commissioner for make he do something, or the third option we sit down, we say, you know what, we know they participate on this process. I don't think say go ahead.
Yes, no, that third option you don't mention now the process of they not follow up. That third option is it's not we don't think of ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. I say the third option is out of the question. So you not been pay attention, Samura. All right, now we go to Baiwali. Baiwali say the only way to challenge ECSL legally is by taking the matter to the ECOWAS Regional Court for the interpretation of our own constitution because Sierra Leone judiciary haven't the audacity to rule against the ruling government. AKK, what do you think about that? What did the man they try for talk about the credibility of the judiciary, Nasalon?
That is misleading. That is misleading. That is misleading. This is the issue of misinformation. The law says whenever you get any issue in this country regarding constitutional matter for interpretation, the court will get original jurisdiction and we're competent in that area, now the Supreme Court. And so we have the Supreme Court in Sierra Leone, and by all indication, that the highest court of the land. So if we doubt someone, we engage the president in a very peaceful manner, for making it allows competitive democracy or participatory democracy, but still it don't work. Our second option is to go to court.
Yeah.
And we believe in the court system in this country.
Yeah. Besides that, if we get a court where we know they utilize, why we get a judiciary system. So unfortunately, not everything that the court is very forthcoming, but not we get. So we get for use that for we own internal resolutions of things. Yeah, go ahead, AKK.
So that's exactly the position. So with a measure say we exhaust all internal remedies available to us. But I strongly believe they will not even reach this point. President Bio is a listening president. And I know he's a democratically elected president who believes in democracy. And so therefore, he must listen to the position of the opposition, the main opposition of the government right now, the parliament. And our position from our chairman says, we are not ready for the PR system. Why? Because it's untimely. Two, we have debated it in parliament and we have not supported that motion. Three, it's unconstitutional and incorrect.
All right. So
why? Because based on the press release issued by ECSL, paragraph 1 of it says, upon the receipt received from the president, therefore, then they go on PR system. And go to 3211 of the 1991 Constitution. The ECSL is completely 100% an independent institution. Whether they take directive or control from any person or authority, that is where we anchor it.
all right.
And so, if we engage ECSL, say when I withdraw this and I will go back to the normal way for do things, then deny, we will go court. And we're ready for exhaust all legal remedies available to us to making sure that democracy prevails.
All right, so now we go to Ibrahim Sise. Ibrahim Sise says, does the decision to implement the PR system fulfill the criteria stated in Section 38 of the Constitution? What is the way forward if the criteria is not met?
Well, you don't see social commentators there. So many people don't comment. JFK don't comment. Cherry Coco, leader of the opposition at parliament, don't comment. Everybody from the opposition, they give the same position. And this is where we stand. It's unconstitutional. We are not ready for it. It's not in the best interest of Sierra Leone. And that is what is the message from us, the opposition.
All right, Alusan still Alusan still insisting. He said you should just state the two options. Don't say anything or don't say or think about the third the speaker just told you. Actually, Alusan, one of the things we as human beings is not always they look at the positive side of things, because the reason why it is important for also look at the negative side of it, because there's always going to be a negative side of things. So if you know they try for look at and prepare for that, now in they make sometimes people then shock when the negative side come, because you're not prepared for that, you're not aware of that. So the and besides something for boycott election, I don't say presidential, but we be not do them. We boycott the parliamentary elections, even though maybe they're against that. But when you look at things, look at a 360-degree angle, not to just a 90-degree, because if you just look at a 90-degree, somebody is coming from the other 90, they see what in things them. you go become so shocked that you're not going able to do anything anyway. Nobody know the pray for America. We boycott any election at this particular time. And besides that, I don't see and say the third option is out of the question. So I don't know why they still insist. But in any case, let me bring back a man when Bible, you get anything on them comments here?
Well, yes. Well, I start from the last one. Where did somebody look for worry about the third option? There are so many ways the way they confront a government.
Yep.
They confront a government by dialogue. Una the dialogue. When una dialogue, if the government not seem to understand, there is another aspect where it gets some fraternity group there or some group there where they think like una organize una self, then una begin boycott. When una boycott or una make a strike, that is all another form of communication. And the highest level to confront a government is rebellion. You see how things they revolve? All these are confrontation. It start from that simple one. Talk to the government. The government not really listen to you. Okay, per government, I know they go fetch you, get all the ammunition. As you don't know, at the boycott your business, they sit down.
Yeah.
Or we make a strike, a peaceful strike. If you can't take a gas, okay, we sit down now. If you continue for do the bad, you will not like the other way will they confront you or will they talk to you.
We don't have
We go bush, we go make a rebellion, we scatter everything.
I
I dey
know, boy.
pray to God. I dey pray to God. No, not reach that level. There.
We don't reach out. We don't reach out
But
at this time.
if you read the history of conflict or conflict resolution, now so thing they start from the simple to the complex. Coming back to what you would there for, I read from AKK they emphasize about the president being a democratic government. Himself talking as a lawyer, I respect that. That is the way he has to be to talk about because he hold the court in high esteem. But me by Bure, I don't see this court here. He pulled 10 men there from the ruling party. As he they pull the normal, he don't set other 10 man people there for replacement of parliament. Where the constitution, the grand law, where my brother the reference now, he talks say, if for any reason a seat become vacant, then for allow 2 weeks. If no appeal no day, then at that time they would accept that place they vacant. They will think about replacements. But here is a government, the SLPP government. As the court they remove the people there, the same they would see on video on television, then they replace there the constitution. That 14-week window where the government the thing talk about in Ocean. We don't see this government, they see them remove the auditor general, where the constitution tell we say now a body now for advice on the conduct of the auditor general to the president, then at that time then now the president for can't take action. But we don't see this government, this president here, if they take the action, then he set up, the tribunal. We don't see this government, he set up a commission of inquiry, the grand law, where we they expect AKK they talk about. If they talk about the rule of evidence, and say, well, the president get the power for set up a commission of inquiry. But that set commission, if I go by the rule of evidence as defined by the High Court. Now, then this court here, then cabinet, this government here, then cabinet go say no, go. Where the head of the commission of inquiry don't see he can pass a verdict without giving due diligence to the burden of proof what for lie on the part of government will accuse you. So now I make them pull the rule of evidence so that the man that were the stupid people that was sit down and the COI, then they just sit down no more, then say this APC man thief money. The burden of proof or proof say not if government not able to pull evidence say look who say beside the money. The man say upon your opinion and what you in the yeah, prove say this man make this there.
All
So
right.
I go want AKK may just comment on that background. I respect your opinion as a lawyer, and it then as alone na very dangerous ground. Me
All
then
right.
at US now.
All right. Go ahead, AKK.
First and foremost, I want to make clear is this, to people of the country we still have confidence and trust in the judiciary.
Oh, AKK is.
The European report. The European report.
Hold on, AKK is out again. So let me just try for Brian Cam. We don't actually exhaust in time. We don't pass because now 1 hour we don't call him for. But in any case, I go try for Brian Cam and again for making just can do the last few stuff them. Then we'll go let and go. All right, so I get two more. I get two more. All right, AKK, sorry, you go off back. Go ahead.
First and foremost, again, I want to continue to emphasize that we still have confidence in the judiciary in this country. We still have confidence in the way the judiciary they run. The area of how the courts they operate is different from how the layman they see them. The same law we give you on the right will be the same law where they take on the left. It's based on the evidence sufficient where you're able to advance to every issue that is at hand, how convincing it is, how your arguments are solid, then you make your day. That is equally so why today you the win case na court, the other person appeal them, tomorrow you go na appeals court, you go you win them. It's condition dependent on how you advance your case, your evidence, and your reasoning. However, the COI, we don't find certain people in one thing. But they still feel say that particular decision or judgment or whatever was the ruling from the COI was not correct. What did they do? Because the COI is equivalent to High Court, automatically they don't institute the appeals. Now the appeals court. And so the appeals court is hearing it. That is how democracy thrives. It's not a matter of saying, just you don't know more, but when you see don't slap you, so not go court, so because you go to court, you not go winner. Because I ain't get the court. No, nobody not get the court. The court snap with all. If you know say this man don't slap you, and you know say then you not get right for slap you, go to court with your evidence. When you go to court with your evidence, the judge get away where they hold the balance. You know people say they rule against you now. Don't mean say if you appeal them rule against you back or you not go win. It's a matter of the more you push your case further, the more you're able to get intrinsic and extrinsic evidence we're able to put together based on the rules of evidence and procedure, see how best they can accept or that we reject. It's all a matter of how you're able to advance your case. Therefore, I continue to anchor on the fact that Sierra Leone is a democratic state. The president in question is a democratically elected president for which he ready for create an enabling environment for make democracy thrive. And so therefore, we as a responsible government in waiting, the opposition, the APC, we don't ready for see how best we can address this issue through dialogue. We meet the government, we meet ECSL and tell us that the opposition is not ready for this. We are not ready and we not accept it because it's unconstitutional and we are not ready for it as an opposition.
So now
when that is done,
okay.
When that is done, because as we continue to say this is a democratic country and the president is democratic, he will listen to we. Because he wants a participatory democracy. He wants a government that is going to be a government that is inclusive. And so therefore, the voices of the opposition can equally be heard. But in an event that is not the case, the second option available to us is to institute legal actions.
Okay. So let me I don't know whether they okay now, but sure they come. So let me just ask you the last question. The last question where I want for make you answer him. As I see Alfred Peter Conte pull out a press release sometimes ago saying all the members them, all the APC members them where them in them in disgruntled or drive from the party. Now then get a blanket amnesty. Now then get the opportunity for comeback na the party. Then I see Abdul pull contra the press release saying no that's not a thing where it get for happen Now the NDC then get for go resolve membership issue. So who shall we stand on this membership issue resolution?
Thank you so much. I continue again from what I start from the inception. I tell you, say the judge in the ruling, he make it abundantly clear, say, if you don't tell the then executive, say, we wanna address all unresolved party membership issues. He say, but they fail. He say, I give them back the chance. He say, they fail. He say, so now the 21-man committee, we wanna make sure, say, we wanna address all unresolved party membership issues, and as soon as they go to the National Delegate Conference, it for the part of an agenda. So it doesn't mean that the delegate conference will go address them all. We can equally don't address all unresolved membership issues. So we'll go to the delegate conference. We they still put on the agenda say all unresolved party membership issues. We put on the agenda. We say all the one that we don't dress that the party una all. From today we don't welcome una back. Today back we don't welcome una back. All to don't do. It's the same thing. And so that is what Alfred is doing. He says, send nothing our intent. Let we come together. All now when we don't go, una come back. Because politics is about number. So when I say America, and I don't say America, then politics thing. Bruh, Joe Biden, na campaign. Obama, he can't do a campaign for Joe Biden. Michelle, he can't do a campaign. It's a matter of numbers. Politics is a government of the majority. So therefore, after in the wisdom, he just feels say, this APC, not only choosing People's Congress, now the All People's Congress. We all now one. Any Kamara will beat him Pikin. Believe me, you know people say beat him Pikin pusher. That means to say no want to Pikin again. No, lie. When beat him Pikin pusher, they call him back. Any Kamara will beat him Pikin pusher, not call again. Ask and say, but this Pikin, I even be born now. Believe me, if you investigate thoroughly, not to him on this Pikin. Because Kamara no they ever abandon the Pikin. So APC will found his fathers and say APC na Kamara party. APC na party when at the All People's Congress. Everybody say all man come on board for the interest of this party. How again everybody people say this crusade?
All right, so now I want to make you what's now your last message to the APC members there across the world?
The message to the APC members across the world, 90. Now one party we get, and it is called the All People's Congress Party. We get respect for the then executive. Nobody they can tell you say, and Nkrumah in 10 years, 11 years we've been in power, all the way doing APC in a bad. No. And Nkrumah do so many things on the APC when a good thing. Equally to and Nkrumah and Motaman, he must get one or two mistakes the way we don't do. So therefore, we know they cast aspersions on them. We get high respect for the then administration. We appreciate all what they do for the party. But what the important than this war, now for no say you time be don't come, you time don't come, and you time don't pass. So therefore, when you time don't pass, except say you time don't pass, and no say when you be there, if you don't groom people away for camp for sake of leadership. This now in the APC of the then administration we don't do. So now it behoves them to make them usher we in as the young suckers where we can take up leadership. And so therefore we're not going to take up leadership in a confrontational manner. We're not ready for challenge them, we're not ready for cost them, we're not ready for doing anything bad. We just say, indeed, we don't try for we. We don't take the party from opposition to governance. Now the party they again in opposition. Now we save the young one and take her back now again from opposition to governance. Is this too much to ask for?
All right.
Is this really, really too much to ask for?
Well,
Alfred is not confrontational. Alfred is a cool and calm and calculated individual. Alfred always believes in dialogue. Alfred always tell you, me, I don't believe for fact. I don't believe in that confrontational attitude. Bruh, if I tell you what did happen at the APC, sorry for.
okay.
APC, nine people they say the first one in at the APC. Iboku, because the APC now we step the first we step now. Before we all come together now and collectively ready for first for me to go na power, we they forget us how they fetch up with the incumbent. Now we step no more with the first and time not in our interest. So the message to the diaspora, do your part, we can't join the APC on a clear footing that we are not the camp can take side. when they care for the interest of the APC, make we take this party back to governance. Let we shy away from individual candidates. Because at the end of the day, now one candidate will get for support come 2023. So therefore, it don't make no sense for make we divide ourselves along candidates. Let we hold ourselves together in the APC and create a level playing ground for everybody who want to compete. At the end of the day, now one candidate will get and when he will be support for make it become the flag bearer of this party. Because don't forget to leadership now God na NDP. Would I go be the next president? Now God one get na Sabi, we all know Sabi. Would I go be the next flag bearer? Now God one get Sabi, we all know Sabi. And so therefore, let we not tie ourselves to one person. Say power pipe for be this person. Let we left and God in hand and God na in Sabi. This is exactly my message.
All right. Well, on that
for us. There is victory for us in the struggles of APC. There is victory for us.
for us, oh yeah, for us, oh yeah. In the struggles of ABC, there is victory. B. APC. Hawaii. All right. Well, on that note, I just want to thank you very much for coming to the program. May God bless you. Anytime when I get anything, since you now one of the PR team member, I go contact you. Okay. Thank you very much.
I'm grateful. Thank you so much. A pleasure to everybody. In regards to that.
All right. That was Abdul Karim Kamara. We now a lawyer, now one of the lawyers then at the APC, and he tell me about so many things. But before we go to Baibure, let's talk. Let's ask Bashiru because Bashiru call in. Maybe you want to say something before we go to the comment section again. Bashiru, what's up?
Hi, how are they doing?
It don't ready for join APC. It don't ready for join APC.
No, bro.
But answer the question first.
Too much. Nope. I refer too much. Look at Karim Kamara and campaign pretty picture. But anyways, I actually get a question for Karim, but we'll ask that to the panel. In the past few days, there were a lot of unconstitutional. This is unconstitutional. This is unconstitutional. Even Abdul Karim used the word unconstitutional. In the same speech, he talked about negotiating with the sitting president. If the sitting president take an unconstitutional move, not to court for resolve that, I will negotiate with him on that. So last night, Sylvia said something. I don't know if you already listened to that tape. That was very critical. That this past summer, remember that whole PPR thing came up early in the summer. It was like May or June, where there was this uproar that it's unconstitutional. This was the 2022 voters something. There was a law about the coming election that they had to pass. And APC made a huge uproar about the PPR was unconstitutional. And that was, according to Sylvia, it was on Section 57. It say waiting happened is that the Attorney General at the time pulled the bill back and placed the same thing into Section 56 and summarize them. And not just that, they also passed Schedule 12, where it show exactly. So Schedule 12 was 3-page, where it tells the ESL exactly how for share, if they use PPR, how for share or shape the population or the registration, right? Like how for share, with percent and stuff like that. Like that was passed. They brought it back and passed it. The election review or whatever it was get passed. That they switch the section. They look like they then pull Section 57 and switch that into Section 56 and pass that. So if they've already passed this law that PPR is an option for this coming election, where is it unconstitutional? Are the APC parliamentarian, I'm not going to the party itself, I first to stick with parliamentarian, are they being disingenuous? Or did they not really do their due diligence to really look at this bill that they'd end up for pass?
Well,
This is what
which I understand on
I
that.
don't know.
Which I understand on that side, that's what I understand. The bill where them call it, they not been passed because waiting the Speaker of Parliament been saying, he say there is no need for pass that bill day again because the Constitution of 1991 already don't establish that.
That's the part I'm telling you, that they summarized it that way to endorse it.
Okay.
So the 2001 or so, that they passed it in this bill, right? They say that, but that they put the wording in this bill, but at end of a pass, that system was already there, and this bill is endorsing that system. That's what they end up doing.
Well, and see, we not to lawyers them. So with the left hand to the lawyers them for make now that make have been put 3 options where the APC get on this particular issue. I know say Bible get one for Cam for on that, but I go bring Cam. The first option is we talk to the government, say no, this is unconstitutional, so therefore we now recant this, we now rescind this order, or we say, you know what, we they go to court, let the court go tell we say yes, they don't pass the bill and it's constitutional. Or
so
yeah,
there is a caveat though to this.
Okay.
Right. Because so as it is right now, within the ECSL, right? Within that they use, right? The reason that's what they ask for PPR is that they not get enough time for the constituencies. Right? But at 3 elections, my in day, right? The presidential, the local government, and the parliamentary one. But the only election where the constitution was very, very firm on how you for conduct that, then at the local government and the presidential. You get me? The local government have to do it through wards, so they have to delimit wards, create wards for even for conduct that particular election day. And that is more cumbersome because there's more wards than constituencies. It's more cumbersome than the actual doing the constituencies. So can they have an argument? This is just me, that if you're not able to do a constituency, you're not able to split the country by constituencies, how can you actually do wards? When wards is more complex because it's much smaller. And like Freetown, for example, maybe you get to 10, 15 constituencies, but wards are more. Like you get more wards than that 10 or whatever the number is of constituencies in Freetown. So if they can delimit wards, how come they can fail for do constituencies? I think that will be the legal path to look at.
And besides that, the constitution also gives some kind of a fallback in case now then kind of situation here. Now, if the new census data, they're not able for delimit the constituency based on the new census, then can fall back to the old constituencies, which is the 2015 census. So there is already an option there. But the fact that the SLPP can't tie themselves, so because they say the 2015 census is flawed, and that is not the reason this way they make the 2021 census. So for fall back to that, it tied them up. This is the problem.
They're unable to use it.
Huh?
What makes you they're unable to use this census?
Waiting.
What make you feel they're unable to use this census?
What make them not able for use this census?
They're unable
to. Okay. The reason why is the time, because you first of all.
No, Mankota. the voter registration not match the census. It not match.
Yeah, I know.
Match.
I know that.
It not match, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot go where you belong, get say McKinney, or say Karim, a smaller place, right? Say Karim, the people where they register for votes now 50,000. Those are population, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the people that actually register, and this is everybody, right?
Yeah.
But the people that actually register is 60,000, and this is only for adults 18 and above, which have to only 50 them. So it doesn't match.
It doesn't matter. I agree with you. That's not one of the dilemma we then get. But Usai ECSL an organization we very very frivolent. Then can say, well, the reason why not match because during the census, clearly people then boycott the census, right? So this is the dilemma we then get. We boycotted the census and we participate on the voters registration. So there is always going to be a discrepancy. All right, Bible, you want come in? Hold on. Bible, I think say you they get some problem with you how them call them? Your headphone. You know they refine. Go ahead. Bible, eh? Okay, it seems.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, they hear you now.
Well, what you mean they say is
They put you is not the phone or something. Go ahead.
well
We don't see the face, so the face they don't. Yeah, okay. Now,
yeah, what I they say
a
is
little bit up.
what I they say is you
Uh-huh.
hear me now? You hear me?
But they hear you now the face no more. Now him just cut.
Okay. What I they say is Bashir don't start fine. He say the current speaker, he say you know they enact an existing law because the PR system be done in the law, and he further talk say anything within that constitution day, the 1991 constitution, it get procedure. Those aspects where they call entrenched aspect of the constitution, say forget two-thirds majority, dissolve parliament, conduct an election, the new parliament come back, then endorse before able to change that aspect of the constitution. The current speaker make them very clear, say they put in hand for anything where they amount to a treason. So he says so they put hand upon that kind of thing and they. So I wonder why my brother they talk say they legislate. That notwithstanding me, what you mean be one talk is that now between me and Mankota about this we for Peter Conte in business say if I bring all man inside the party. Me no go dey against for bring all man the party. But I want me you remember say there is an existing constitution already. Okay, as far as me know, the constitution don't solve the matter of membership because the provisions are there already. Okay, if we can begin, they can bring in somebody, like the case of Samsumana, let's be reply. Who can put them back for me, come inside, will take as a member, where he get a problem with the party, and the new constitution.
Samsumana get problem with the party.
Well, then be pull and try there. He write letter for try for come, so they try for normalize in membership for make it be. But the new constitution say for certain position for more post you want get, if for be so number of years continuous membership, and we all know there is a break now in the case of Samsumana. That aspect of the constitution, in no way able to fulfill them. While they begin to encourage them, tomorrow we'll go pan the convention. That thing they can't hold an in throat. Why not they tell the man the truth? Say, hey, oh man, yes, you get problem with the party. You don't go forward the party. If they try for car now, for try for car. No, I'm just trying to put my case. So now the new constitution, get for go hold that man in throat. You see, we not go just say those now they adopt and it become law. We know the green no more person go against that law. I don't know what you get for talk.
All right, Bible. Let's face the facts. You understand? I think this is like the crux of the matter where we get at the APC. It is not because for bringing in some Sumana Nana the problem Because a lot of people then say, where we bring in Sam Sumana? Sam Sumana get for go contest for the flag bearership. This is not the entire problem about Sam Sumana. Well, the membership of Sam Sumana not get nothing for do with the intention for contest. The intention for contest get for go through the constitutional regulations. Okay, if you not qualified, you not qualified. But what's not the problem for bring Sam Sumana as a member of the APC party? Why people are so afraid, if not so because they believe say if Sam Sumana come in, he get for go contest against certain candidates. Me na that one that not able to understand. We get for differentiate. Me na member. You know what I mean? Say because me na member, so therefore I get for contest. So the membership of Sam Sumana not get nothing for do with in contest. And but we will try for merge them to the day together. Now in the give we this problem, what would they get so? If we will able to separate them, say, yeah, the guy get the right for making come in as a member. Then after he become a member, if he want for contest, now we look into the constitution and say, the constitution say this and say this and say this. We believe say you qualify or we believe say you not qualify. So you see the difference, the why me they separate them thing and they, but a lot of people then they merge the two, which is wrong. Go ahead.
A very good for me way they try for separator. But the other issue is the court say una go solve the matter of
Membership. Yeah.
Okay. If the people that will go, the committee will give that mandate there.
Mhm.
If then go decide, so okay, the member of the issue of the membership, who decides say they left them, make the constitution go accept because the constitution ain't get we all may go decide because we not go can able say this say that one day. Would they left and give the constitution? Will the constitution go make anything? Because according to what me understand, the issue would then take them. They not almost accept them, but they say accept as a national delegate. Now then the finally now the national delegate conference now get the power for take that for finalize the decision where the national executive take according to the old laws then. So now how we they
Yeah,
can make
all laws, right? Okay, I agree. I totally agree. I think say we will not disagree with that because the NDC actually, you see the problem. I've been talked to Abu Kabo. Now this program, that's and you know been there. And I talked to Abu Kabo. Abu Kabo, I asked her specifically about that. I think the problem is with the civil we serve, either because we're not genuine to you know the norms or the interests of the party. Like I said, when you listen to Abu Kabo acknowledge say, yes, the court tell the ITGC say then get for resolve membership issue. Remember, not for the first time this so the first order where the court give we now during the time of for go approve the constitution. During the approval of the constitution, we supposed for them resolve the membership issue. You understand? So we not do and the court say, okay, I know they all una into contempt. I want you a second time. Now una form this ITGC, make this ITGC go resolve the membership issue. How I understand Ahmed Sise in Kanaya, he tell me about how this thing, the ITGC get the right for say now we they give a blanket membership to all the people that will be disgruntled or the one the way they may not drive, they may not drive go for say then get the right for come back and become members. Then when we go now the NDC they go see and say yes, we welcome this decision by the ITGC for say yes, indeed, them people here, we all want them. Remember the membership issue. But the problem what we get is it not get nothing to do with membership issue. It has to do with the flag bearership. And when we merge together, we try for blur the the actual problems we will get. Let's bring everybody together. The constitution naim they determine whether you qualify for run for position or not. But for the membership, let's bring everybody together. I mean, Nami won't talk down. I don't know if well, Bashir not to member, not to APC anyway. So I don't know if he gets anything for same.
You hear me?
I hear you.
What you say makes so much sense. You see the problem we need to see as this big to food trap where if APC not take time and then they go enter back. You get certain camps then we want to eliminate certain people before you even get to flag bearership business.
Exactly.
They want to eliminate you. Being a member, okay, nothing to do with flag bearership. Like, my brother don't say, it's a 5 years continuous membership. Come back as member. Where we go now for a conference? And they qualify people that would for do flag bearers.
Very, very simple.
Flag bearer business now before you give the back condition. Well, if you can't just no for run for this. Not so you drop that. At the constitution at the delegates conference, now in the eliminate demand. Also for bring up inside you can eliminate it now. And this is what is the trap. It's this the non-contest people. The one way for technically eliminate people then.
Yeah.
So
Now anti-democratic practice actually.
Yes. So the defendants after technical things then the man not the party for continuously for the past 5 years. How is going to qualify for that?
Me anything over Bashiru support for the APC, me they against them.
You know, where NGC the leader, when they will show in continuous membership na SLPP, don't you run away commodity?
Yeah. So let we go back to the comments. I think I don't get a lot of comments again. You see, Mr. Bekule, we get this sense of reasoning. Let we put sense to we leaders them and we members them for say this na anti-democratic system. If they try to eliminate somebody or if they afraid say this person they can run against me, so therefore first of all, I'm not agree for some he be a member until after I don't succeed. That's not democratic party system. All right, so let we go to the comment section. Alusan say, Mankota, you pretending like you don't know what is going on. Oh, okay, I been know what they call this. I think so. Oh, I don't want this again. All right. Momo for why say when APC refers to the people, they think it's only their APC supporters, unfortunate. And sometimes he say, does the decision to implement I've been not done this actually. It seems like I mix up these two. You should just state. Okay, Peter Dada say, how many more barriers you prepare to direct in the way of this movement? As many as possible. All right. Mama for why say, Baibure, hope you will come and lead your rebellion. Alusan Samura say, ask need to respond. I don't know what's that. Oh, AKK need to respond. Well, AKK don't go. All right, AKK. By Wali say AKK, we have seen many cases that had been taken to the Supreme Court, but no justice was dispensed to the plaintiff. Take the case of Sam Sumana when he was relieved from being the VP. He took the matter to the Supreme Court, but he lost the case against the state. But when he seeks justice from ECOWAS, he was able to get justice, and the court order says he must be reinstated to his position, which was never done. Again, 10 members of the parliament from the opposition were removed from parliament. I think your statement got too much. All right. Baiwali say, no, Michael Coker say, Baiwali, so do you think ECOWAS has teeth? No, ECOWAS not gets teeth in internal judiciary system of any country. Alusan Samura say, AKK, are you trying to say bio democratic? Well, I don't know if bio democratic, but he was saying bio was elected democratically. That's what AKK been a time for him.
Bio is the most terrible undemocratic leader in the world.
Michael Coker said the volume, please. The volume for Uda, is it for me, for Baibure, or for Bashiru? So I don't know. APC folks are frustrated. Oh yeah. I go can say militant party. The Bible with the neighbor so. Ibrahim say uniting the party should be the focus and not overturning the PR system. Willy nilly, the decision to implement the PR system will not be revised. I don't know. Um, let's wait and see. Alisan Samura say, Mankota, why you mute the previous speaker? I don't mute nobody. I don't mute nobody. I don't know. Una they read the Bible they talk about if they hear you.
Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Me they read Bible I should talk about if they hear you.
I don't say that me, but me I'll be there Bible.
Yeah, Adiari Bashir too. Adiari Bashir.
Ah,
There me now.
yeah, we hear you. Gustavo Kanu say, time will tell. It's just a matter of time.
Correct.
And Gustavo also say, yes, he have problem with the party. I don't know which one way they talk about. Yeah,
Makota, I will continue to say this. I don't say on this program, at least for the past close to 2 years now. I will continue to say the same thing. The differences in votes between the two parties very, very small. The people that are independent, very, very small.
no, me listen at the color. I differentiate way.
No, let's talk about any party, where it is people in a membership will pay for it. I promise you that they'll pay for it. There was no way if SLPP in 2007, if SLPP not be split with that PMDC, there's no way APC will come to power. There's no way. Have to look at these things, okay? The same thing with this KKY in split. The same thing with Samsumana in split. Samsumana, he not take vote na Kono out of SLPP. He take vote out away from APC. Okay? Now Cambia, KKY take votes away from APC. APC should dominate those areas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when you not understand these little things, you need to understand that it's going to cost you big. It will cost you big.
Yeah, I know.
This is the time you need to bring everybody together. You see the sitting government. They next to the president's office. For almost 4 years, the next year I got to the same city set. What do you make the man consolidate all entity because you know one is power versus SRPP versus this. No, that's what he's trying to fix on your side. And with the slipper, without an SN kick 20 years ago, the slipper that day, with a slipper, without kick, all this.
I outside because with the breeze,
Yes.
outside.
Outside.
All right, so all right, thank you, Bashiru. I agree with you. Gustavo Kanu say he will only become a member until and unless it's done by National Delegates Conference. Well, it doesn't matter to me. To me, it doesn't matter. Like I said, I know they support anybody when it comes to flag bearership at this time because I believe say we still get time for make we able for figure out who that get for be the best flag bearer, okay? And but waiting I know the support is anti-democratic practices. And the problem where a lot of people then get is people like Gustavo so is the fact that then they look at Samsumana in membership, then tie them into intention for run for flag bearership. So the moment you say Samsumana, the first way they would call now a potential flag bearer. Okay. Well, my brother or my sisters and brothers, this is not the way democratic system work. Well, if you not want a competition, why first of all you join a democratic process? Because democratic process get for deal with competition. Anybody where they try for stifle them practice then they now anti-democratic. To be honest with you, to me, the way I see the membership of Samsumana is different from the way people like Gustavo Cano and others then see them. There is a separate issue between Sam Sumana in intention for run for flag bearership. There is a separate issue for a membership. And I remember the time when I talked to Abu Kabo. I asked him about this membership issue. What did he tell me? He said, "Oh yeah, would they resolve other membership issues, but membership issues like Sam Sumana, now the NDC will they go resolve them." That's what Abu Kabo tell me. Right here, I know exactly what he mean. Why you want for bring people them we been done this gone to then what them call? He said, well, now drep Sam Sumana. Well, so also Mohamed Kamarimba Mansari, because Mohamed Kamarimba Mansari was a member of the APC party. In fact, now been youth director na America na ya. In fact, Mohamed Kamarimba Mansari, now one of the people that we organize a 40-foot container, Kerango na salon for go help the APC, for distributing to the people them. And at that time, the Yansane, I think it was Yansane, I don't know, I don't remember whether Yansane or Victor Fo, then commend people like Mohamed Kamarimba Mansari for their work what they do for the APC party. But when Mohamed Kamarimba Mansari go, he say he want for go run for the flag bearership of the APC party, then say they're not Sabia as a member. In fact, he been done pay for renew a membership, executive membership. He been there at the process, but because he go insist say he want for run, then what he do, he begin they use the APC logo for in your intention. Then one say make you not do then later, they say, they're not Sabia as member. So now drop Mohamed Kamarimba Mansari, to be honest with you. So what's now the differences between Mohamed Kamarimba Mansari, then Dreba, at the party? You not get problem, Mohamed Kamarimba Mansari come back to the party, or the other people then way this going to then go, then come back to the party. But Sam Sumana, you say no. The only reasonable reason is because Sam Sumana is a threat when it comes to the flag bearership. And that is, in my own opinion, this is not how APC is supposed for do. If we really get serious about democracy, the process of democratic activities within the APC party, let's make the constitution go disqualify Sam Sumana for say, well, based on the constitution, based on this technicality, you not qualify. I believe say if Sam Sumana herself go genuinely the constitution go disqualify him, he go be very happy for accept that. Then somebody is saying no, we know they bring you candidates until we don't get a flag bearer who come. That is actually disingenuous, and it is unfortunate for people like we live na the diaspora, the United States of America, London, Europe, and all those types where then they revere the democratic parties is the way we see in that country, but we don't want to implement the same thing that we own party. This is unfortunate. Go ahead, Bashiru. Let we round up.
So, they were you say so, right? But they will still expect and say, if we go Kono, a campaign full time for whatever is like bearer, right? We expect us to make you if we do that.
Yeah.
When they eliminate as but even near the party until that process already done. Man, it's very simple. He's not been continuously for 5 years. He's not. That's all you have to hold him to. But you cannot hold him coming back to the party at this point. Not tonight, the whole.
Yeah.
When you go at the constitutional hall, when I go there, now they, when the result whether eligible for stand, not stand, now they, then technical thing that happens.
Exactly.
For put up. Now, make I tell you, Makota, the other way, if you want to come, just not run for any position. Not run for any position. The other way will allow you make you join.
Yeah.
What you hold him on stage? Is he qualified as a deputy? A vice president, as a candidate? Those are all the things you have to look at now. Is it qualified? Can you qualify him based on his membership, or is he even not? Is not even qualified for that? Because that's a selection, right?
It's very, very simple. Yeah. It's very, very simple.
Yeah. So me, at the CR, you think about Kamara, but which power, which Neko Kamara you really get for even shake APC flag bearer chances. But when I go, when I eliminate her in a Kukujumuku way, we demand not be get any chance for even shake if anything.
Yeah.
But they always take these shortcuts them where it actually affects you in the long run. Every vote where Kamara Mbabin gets, I promise you, that people, if you go back and look at them, they likely voted for APC before. They not vote for cameraman and Kenyama. They not vote for an Abo. They not vote for an Kailao. If you go back, you look at those numbers, and with election, you look at the percentage. Hey, brother, you look at that.
The problem with some people, then just the afraid competition. That's not the main important thing. Then the afraid competition. Well, unfortunately, in a democratic system, now competition, competition. Because
they say this, the incumbent are not out seeing people that are going jump. The incumbent is digging their foot down. The incumbent is preparing to win this election. I don't care what you think, what you say, not say. They are planning on winning this coming election. So
them plan that actually. Them plan that. The unfortunate part, the only unfortunate part is we not even prepare.
If you feel you go, the owner show president, you make it short, make it change PPR. You will never happen.
Well, the only unfortunate part is we they give them the opportunity for making them win the election, because up to this time, if we not even unite as a party yet, everybody they look what in people then they talk. Up till now, we at this time we should be able to say, what, the APC is one everybody don't come together. Now let's focus on how we will pick with candidates. But no. Everybody say no. This candidate's not there for Canada. This person not there for Canada. That man, they legitimate some Alfred Peter content and some kind of rebel or something. It's just too much for me.
Makota, what's the for end up with, right? This 21-man committee should be able to look at the framework for say people make their comeback, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then when you go to the constitutional Congress, that they go endorse what they agree on.
That's exactly that's what it's supposed to be.
They agree on, they go endorse that.
Exactly.
The thing though is that when we go for these congressional things, we they bring everybody. We they put this thing motion on the floor.
And that's so AKK talk. That's what AKK talk.
Can we forgive and move on? But this, I appeal pass you. No, appeal pass you. I sabi pass you, right? We saw it. I went no more. SLP was united, but we saw it with power versus SLPP. There's a lot of people who have been born-bred SLPP that they treated like they were not, they're not power.
Yeah. Unfortunately, these two parties. Well, unfortunately, we are members of these two parties. But we get for first from within, for make reforms day, for make some kind of people that way gets this sense, for making them put sense in a lot of people there, because they expect everybody for get sense. There are some people who then get coconutted. So as long as you don't shake them, it don't mix up. But to be honest with you, I am not supporting anybody at this time. I want for stays neutral for now. For me,
they blame Anes Kuroma for most of these problems in our country right now. This sycophancy way they right now, and they blame Anes for them. You
mean the problem at the APC or the problem at the country?
No, both of the side, both parties. This issue with party they always reward sycophants, which is gonna become normal now, right?
Yeah, like even the SLPP
nobody reward it. Nobody take you say must take Mankota as an advisor based on improved advices. Mankota is sound advices. No, the one Mankota where they say the case is the president would introduce Don Mankota say I'm not being interested in the
yeah.
What you see that day? And this guy trusts you, so I didn't get. Now that person is the one.
Yeah.
And to me,
then yes, sir. Advisor. Now that make the country not go develop, because
to reward them so much.
Your responsibility as an advisor is not for tell the president what he want for you. Tell him waiting at the truth. Not forget for tell him waiting at the truth. Make him make a decision, but you do your level best. Advise him, say, Mr. President, this what you want for do so. It no good though. If you do this, now the outcome now in the council. You left him.
Even if you do there's a better way to do it, right? Look, go do this, I'm not going to do this, I'm not do it that way.
Let we do on this way. Let we do on this way. Yeah, that option there. Yeah, then call advisor. But every time when president say, I want to do this, oh yes, sir, now the best way, Sam. Sir, no problem. You know, we support. Well, you know, to the advisor, you're not supporter.
Do so right now, APC. You know, people do right now, Mankota. Everybody is start for big camps, right? If me then in camp, I go there, right? Now we they be giving whatever way for eliminate anybody will not mind. There's no moral. Whatever we will do for push her forward with the goal. Because I know say if by chance he end up for president, I will be rewarded well.
That's not the problem. That's not the only not the problem. Now everybody is looking for a reward. That's okay. But where is your ethics? Where is your credibility? If you're so desperate for just get reward, then you put the very party where you want for and call into danger, because these are the same people who put the APC party into danger, and then don't manipulate we members, then we ordinary members, then so much that ordinary members, they're not they even look at the party itself, then they look at the individual always. Most of the arguments where they are in social media about William Party is more based on individual. It's never based on the party for say, okay, why we for allow this for go on for happen or for make it not happen? No. Now everything is based on individual. And that's not the problem now, African politics.
What's out there now? Now October day. I'll say November. November they are like
today the 22nd. So
6 weeks from now with the inside December. Nothing is
would they still they pray God? Would they pray God for may God give we ITGC folks them, let them realize me they continue. I they talk to them actually behind the scene. I tell them what I they tell them behind the scene. Say, hey, una responsible for this party. Because right now una get the party. Until until we do the convention, anything where they happen at this party are now una responsible. So the best way una get for them, una come together. I talked to Alfred Peter Conte yesterday. In fact, Alfred Peter Conte actually now in talk to AKK for making kind of the program, because now Alfred Peter Conte be one bring at the program. Now I say no go able because he gets so many things, but he go make them in lawyer come for make he can talk to him. And the day before that, I talked to Abdul Kabo, and I tell them very frankly, say Abdul Kabo, you get for put when I get for put when ego aside, because this is not about an individual ego. This is about the party. The SLPP don't give you an opportunity, but it is not an opportunity if we're not able to take advantage of that. Well, Abu Kabo tell me saying, well, the only thing I will get for do for the unity prospect is now the court. Eh? Now the court now get for give unity now the party. Well, I say okay. Well, if that one day we want, but
don't tell you already. Say we go fix it. We go fix about ourselves.
The court don't tell me say we go fix them.
Custody, right? Custody case. The judge say you and you wife when I go figure out how I want to do this. When I go and I say no, we not agree. Then the judge it can pass. Whichever the judge pass, whichever he put on, you go feel say the big advantage. At the end of the day, it might disadvantage you, bad one. So people that be feel say when they're gonna court, then for don't get advantage and therefore they're in charge of this 21-man committee. It's not going on the favor.
Yeah, it's just sad. It's just sad. But hopefully, this not just a breeze. It get for pass. When it pass, hopefully we all go able for sit down and realize the potential where APC gets, and we go able for put with differences aside and work as a team. But I don't see prospected, because where there is no unity, there is no success. That's just a fact.
If after Peter Conte come up with the brilliant idea, there are people in the APC that will automatically be against that. And no matter what it comes, okay, there are people in the APC that will just be against it. Right. Only if I repeat, I can't say in team go, it will negotiate, it changes back to this election, it changed the format of the election. They will still there against that. And no matter which win you get, there are people who are
me concern now is, before we close, me concern now is this convention. If the court's not able for give any verdict before the convention starts, I did forget to say it's gonna be very, very chaotic. And
I bet you the court will not allow that convention to go on if these things, all these things are out there. If they're not resolved, the court will not allow it.
I just hope say the courts go able for do any kind of a verdict as soon as possible. Let's move on. But this is just too much anyway. Anyway, Bashiru, thank you very much for come at the program. I really appreciate that. All right. I also want to thank we guest for today when Abdul Karim Kamara, alias AKK, one of the ITGC PR team. He talked to we today from Freetown. We've been getting a little bit of technical problems now, the network and that, but at least the the um the interview was very, very successful. And I will try for bring back Abdul Kabo because there are so many things where AKK talk where Abdul Kabo I get for getting the opportunity for make he can get in your side of the story because as when I know me I like kind of a Kamara at the leader down the down Kamara we get two children twin down the Sokulianda. So one of the thing we are surprised by this interview is the fact that AKK say Abu Kabo was never voted as secretary na the 21-man committee. That's a news to me. And but I know they did, right? I know they did. So even something we I don't know say now this na so thing because that's why they call her secretary to the ITGC. So if AKK come and say Abu Kabo is not a secretary, they not vote him in. Well, let we give Abu Kabo time for make he can talk again, right? Well, I also want to thank you now all we participate in this program today. I really, really appreciate the comments. This now make the TPN unique because we always interact with viewers them. So I thank you very much. Let's continue to do this because that's something we is very, very important. And also, as a member of the APC party, if you're a member of the APC party, I want to make you sit down and think, think. If your attitude towards waiting to go on at the APC party or your contribution towards waiting to go on at the APC party, that something will benefit the APC party or not something will benefit an individual. If we begin think on this line for say, you know what, Mr. X is my brother, Mr. Y is my uncle or my aunt or my whatever. Yes, but he or she is just an individual. So let me focus on waiting the benefit we collectively. We will make a better APC. We will do something way amazing for everybody. So the idea that we still the divide ourselves based on whether we dey support in the detriment of the party is just too stupid. And I know there are people who disagree with me. And that's okay. I like that because disagreements sometimes bring success, they bring progress. Okay. So if you disagree with me, I really no mind you disagree with me. But think, waiting they benefit the party. Some of waiting make some of they bring them people here for like we can talk. I they talk to them behind the scenes so many times. I not tell when I lie. I they talk to them so many times. The same thing the time when an man in executive been there. I've been to talk to them behind the scenes so many times. But sometimes it is important you bring some of them people in there, now the public, you talk to them, let people they know, because not to everybody get the opportunity for hearing them people then they or for know exactly what thing they go on. Social media information sometimes can be misleading, sometimes can be wrong, or sometimes it can be correct. So guarantee for say what you they read na social media na the correct thing. Maybe in a half correct, half wrong, or maybe totally wrong or totally correct. So if I did bring them some of them people there, sometimes I did talk to them, I did talk about me own party. Now because of Una, it's not about me. Okay, now because of Una, we really want to know the truth and how Una be able to learn from that truth day. Now that make they do them here sometimes because a lot of people they say, oh, we can't talk about APC in a public. APC in a public party. What do they talk about? What did they talk about? There are certain things we know they talk in a public now because now kind of internal issues, serious internal issues. But some of them see other information here. If we not can talk in a public for let we not understand what thing they go on. They say um the best way for make a people become totally ignorant, take information away from them, especially in this information age. When you take information away from people, they are like animal. They are like animal. So we don't want for um deny some of the information are universal. Today, most people they not agree with the AKK, but at least when I hear it from and not so, someone I get the opportunity for comment on what he say, not so. This is how a party is supposed to behave. We are in this 21st century, for God's sake. This secretive business now they cause problem now with party. Now they cause problem now with country. Secretive. Oh man, no, not make people they know. Not tell anybody. Secretive, not every time is good for a nation, for an organization. Come out, discuss them publicly. Let people they know. Let we discuss them. Not forget for discuss things. One of the things we me get in my life are open-minded. That's now one of the best thing we got given. Open-minded. Even things where I disagree, say this is wrong. I not mind for make a listing. Because no matter what, you see, knowledge is universal. I like you educate, say you get somebody who educates past you. I get I like you sabite, you get somebody who sabi past you. So knowledge is universal. And the best person we able acquire that knowledge is somebody who gets open-minded. If you get open mind, my brothers and sisters, when they gain wisdom. Because there are certain things where you know will ever think. Now you lie. You derive from the unlikely source. Now that make open-minded now very important in now we life. Okay. So that one the number I get for now today. So I thank you very much. We'll go see you back next week, the same time, the same place. And before I go, now I did broadcast in 3 platforms: YouTube, Facebook, and Caster. Castre. Caster. You can check them on caster.net. Okay? All right. Bye.